doing in this video is we're going to put a hydraulic hose on the big baler. Grab a load of big bales. I don't know where they're picking up here. Looks like they got these bales done. Bought some standing hay from a friend of mine, and Jared bailed it here the other day, and when he got finished up here the other night, he ended up blowing a hose on the pickup head that goes to the baler. So we've got some equipment to get home, and we've got some bales to get home. Andrew is with me. He's going to take one piece of equipment home, right, Bob? Then we're going to have to come back after the baler. This hay has gotten so dry so quick that we have been chopping right behind the hay vine, more or less. The hay that we chopped yesterday was cut the night before, and then we cut some hay direct yesterday morning and chopped it yesterday afternoon. So I gotta hurry up and find where they're picking up bales here. I took this hose off yesterday and monkeyed around with it before. Alright, there he is right there. Alright. So we'll grab this, grab that wad of hay and get it out of the lawn there. And be careful getting that home. Alright. Just throw the hay right in the back of the truck. I'll raise the tailgate. Well, there was a chunk of loose hay there. They're just grabbing that out of these guys' lawn here. And then the big baler is, oh, you can see it up there. He's getting the last of it here. Shove that in the back of the truck, and we'll get on over to this baler and throw the hose on there. Alright, so this hose ended up blowing on him the other night, and he just ran with it, with the pickup bed on the ground. And the hose ended up blowing. All it did was blow right at the end, so we just ended up putting a new end on the hose is all. We used the same original hose. So we'll go ahead and get it on here and get over and get a load of bales. We'll have to come back and get this here a little later on. Alright, we've got that on there. It was a simple little easy jobberoo. Go ahead and raise it up, make sure the fitting held. Let's go over and get ourselves loaded up here. We're not going to chop till about noon. They're cutting still right now, and then we're going to direct merge it. All right, we'll come back over and get this in a little while. I just got to find the driveway. Well, looks like I got over here right on time. Box here, we can't quite push them up on top of the cab shield because the box is a little too tall. These ones that have the 7-foot sides, I built the top of the body down a little lower, and that one, I wasn't sure what truck that was going to go on, so I didn't want to run into any situations where the top of the truck would have come into contact with the bottom of that cab shield. These other ones, I knew what truck we were going to stay on, so I only gave the he might get that one to go up on there. No, he did get it to go. The bottom of that cab shield, well, the bottom of that cab shield is actually at the bottom of that top rail, because I did leave it so that there was a lip all the way around that. But I didn't build an area to load, there's only like 4 inches there. That obviously could be a lot lower and could have a cavity to fill. There's like a little better than 2 foot of room on the top of this box cab shield to fill. So, all right. 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 bales or something like that. He had 170 over here altogether. And we picked up, I don't know, 4 or 5 loads here yesterday. And we finished chopping. And then we're finishing this job here today. Today is Monday. Monday, August 11th. This was baled on Friday. So we were chopping quite steadily on Saturday and hauling manure. And yesterday we were short-staffed a little bit, but we did what we could do. We are getting ready to chop the last of the third cutting. This little tiny field here is right in front of the parlor, and we still have it in alfalfa. I think there's a year or 2 left of this, and we typed in the date here. We cut this here yesterday morning. Andrew merged it last night. And this is where we are starting today. To get everything all dialed in here. All right. So now we'll make our journey 14 or 15 miles. Actually, I think it's about 16 miles from here. And we'll get on the last of it here. This hay or this farm that we're going to was cut this morning. It took off to start merging here a little while ago, about an hour and a half ago actually. And I figured that we would roll in behind them after they got a couple hour head start. So we'll take our road trip here. Somebody commented the other day in the video when we started chopping, when I drove down through here, they said, "Oh, you got a new rock wagon." No, it's not new. We've had that for a few years now. So yeah, it's not new. All right, we'll get to the field. This is some of our corn that we planted last, and it is just starting to tassel. Well, we have just arrived on location here. We got little Andrew and big Andrew with the mergers, so they've got just a little bit left to do here. And I tell you, that Whitaker, he can be somewhat of a comedian at times. He flows with it perfectly. So this here was cut this morning, merged this afternoon, and it looks like it's got the moisture in it still. That's what we want, because we don't want to have issues with this damn thing coming up. So we've got a few acres due on the other side of the road here to our right, and then we've got a bunch of strips to do to our left, and then there's some acreage down the road down in the town of Elbridge. So we'll get after it here.
Hello.
And, my brother's on his way with another stuff. And the merger guys talking there. They're on strips where they're at. There's 4 strips, I believe. We're working on some side hills over here. I don't know if the camera does this any justice at all, but these side hills can get a little tricky. You gotta load them light on the side hills and use the empty trucks when you have them for the tricky spots. Top them off on the level. Sarah spun up over that one knob and I had to turn her on because she was partially empty, but I got that front compartment about 2/3 full. And I wanted to finish this strip off. So I've got one more strip in behind the old cow barn here, and then we've got a few acres down the road, and we're going to be done. Well, we came into this dead-end strip with one windrow.
Am I going to be able to turn right here, or should I just back up the whole way?
No, I think you can handle backing up the whole way, can't you, there, driver?
Oh yeah. Can you just look at my hoses? Are they like hitting the sleeper when I turn and stuff? Because I feel like I can hear them.
No, not on this trailer. They're hitting the trailer before they hit the truck. Yeah, Sarah hit that. Sleeper cab's a little closer to the trailer than some of the other ones. We moved the hoses on the manure trailer that she was pulling the other day, and she was worrying about the hoses scratching the back of the cab. And yes, we still have not fixed the headlight, so yeah. Alright. A little bit left here and then some down the road in town. Big dust bowl going into the trailer. Because I'll grab you on the top window on that outside going down behind the barn, coming down through. Side of the field, they merged it up to the hill. However, if we chop it going around the way I like to go around the field, counterclockwise when we do our first revolution, so we have the truck on the steep part of the side hill. So we'll chop this windrow backwards. We've only got to go a little ways. See, it's real steep right there. I mean, a straight truck would be fine, empty, but we were up top when the trailer got full, so we'll just bring it down around this way, and it'll be all good. So this last strip is going to be done here in a minute. We've got, I don't know, a few acres down the road. All done. We're quite a ways away from home, and I can hear guys on the radio from back at the farm. We're 14 miles away. But we must both be on top of the hill here. Well, we are on our way home. All of the third cutting is now chopped. We chopped 102 acres today. The cutter head was running for 2.4 hours. We've got 21 and a half miles of road time so far, and we're not home yet. So when we get home, we're going to help them guys cover the bunk. We probably won't get it all covered tonight. We might, but we're gonna work on it till 6 o'clock or so. It is now 4 o'clock, and we'll finish covering it in the morning. So we'll join up with you guys when we get back there and get up on the bunk. Well, we are now into the following day. I got done here last night, right when I got home, right when I got back here. We started covering the bunk, and I didn't film any of that. We actually covered both bunks. So now I've got to blow this machine off. You can hear the silent loader or the auger running in the background. I had trouble with that frickin' auger again this morning. So I've got to run a little more corn out so we have enough to feed here later on and first thing in the morning. So this is where we'll close out the video. I'll fly the drone a little later on and show you what the bunks look like all covered up. And we're going to get this thing blown off and put away and get it ready to go into fourth cutting. We are gummed up here pretty good. Top feed roll's got a lot of stuff on it, but we'll get this blown off. We've got the baler up next, And then we've got the combine to do yet. And I want to put this baler away so that I can get the grain drill out. So that's going to do it for this one. We'll come back at you in a little while here. When I get done and in the house tonight, I'll fly the drone over the bunks and we'll show you that, and then we'll close out the video with that. So we'll see you in a while. Alright, so I just lifted off with the drone in the back porch of my house here. And we'll show you where we put third cutting. We put it in 2 different bunks. We got the one bunk full, and then we put what we had left that wouldn't fit in it into this narrow bunk that we used to put high moisture corn in. And then we plan on putting 4th cutting in the rest of this, and the bunk to the right hand side here. That'll be empty by then. And then over in this other bunk, we usually put corn in these 2 bunks, but we ended up putting 2nd cutting in this bunk over in front of us, and we put 3rd cutting on top of it. We brought the 2nd cutting out about as far as where you see the crease in the plastic right there, or the valley if you will, and we put 3rd and the rest of it here going towards the road, and we got it as full as we could get it. So that'll give you an idea of where that went. Got 1st cutting in this bunk here, and then we'll put corn in this middle one. And our trucks are parked up for the night. Alex's truck there, and Jared's truck is sitting over here. So they've got a fair amount of manure taken out of the lagoon. They're going to work on hauling manure out the rest of this week here. I'm going to start putting seedings in here late tomorrow afternoon. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you at the next one.